Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to our training session on LearnCore. And this is a continuation of our training on digital branding and online marketing. Yeah, and so today we are supposed to carry out a few practicals on some of the things we learned the last time and then see how we progress from there. Okay, so I will just go ahead and just do a brief recap as to what we are supposed to cover. So the last time we looked at the importance of why your business needs to go online, considering the fact that over 4.9 billion people actively use the internet. And that is the space we're talking about where you need to launch your business at, okay? And we looked at a few customer behavior, how most people are actually moving or taking advantage of the internet space and then putting up their business there, and then the explosive growth in the e-commerce, place people like the Amazon, Alibaba, Temu right now, one of the new ones that came up, they're all using the e-commerce platform to integrate businesses from across the world. All right, so we also look at some success stories of other companies and trying to point out that there's no better time than now to migrate your business. Of course, you're going to have a physical presence, but the client base has no boundaries anymore. In the conventional way, you have people from around your neighborhood or your county where you live to come patronize you. It's subject to time and space. But right now, the boundaries, the distance has been taken off. And so you can make active business from across the world, from China, Russia, America and United Kingdoms, anywhere across the world. You can have clients and, build your client base while you are locally, physically where you are in your own part of the world. So that is what technology has brought to us. And so most people that have not or are not taking proactive measures to, get their presence in the digital space, are tending to fizzle out more faster than you could think. All right. So we looked at a few definitions of online branding, which I'm not going into right now. You have the materials, you can go into them, but I'll just go straight into where we stopped. Now, target audience, how do you find the people that are your customers? Now, not everybody is your customer. There is a kind of business that you are running, and then there are a certain kind of people that will patronize you. Some have generic products that, of course, it matters to everybody, like food, like clothing, and even clothing. There are a certain kind of target. Let's say baby clothes, all right, meal clothes and stuff like that. And some of the generic ones, maybe like medication, okay, into drugs and pharmaceuticals. Yeah, you have some of these generic things. But there are some products that are tied to certain kind of demography, kind of people that you have to draw, or sometimes it's even cultural in nature, all right? So whatever your brand, your product is, you need to know how to find the people, how to focus your marketing in the online space so you can get maximum ROI, okay? Yeah, so these are the things we're going to start looking at, and then we'll go further from there. So today is basically practicals, okay? We did most of the teaching the last time. All right, so audience research, we see how you can use tools online, like we have the trends at trends@google.com, and then we have the Facebook audience and insight. All right, so I'll just jump into that and show us what we can do with the audience search. All right, so I will stop sharing this and then share my web browser rather. Okay, there. So I want to believe it's visible right now. So you can, go to Google. Oh dear. Google Trends, all right? Trends.google.com. This is the address that you would want to go to, trends.google.com. So when you click on it, now there are many other sites, all right? This is just a few. I just want us to look at Google because they are free, and then Facebook Insights, how you can make use of this, because these are areas that we are most conversant with, okay? You don't need to learn some new techniques and things. Most especially when it comes to Facebook, we are quite familiar with Facebook. So these sites give us information about where we want to carry our products to, what works there, so that you just don't jump in and then with a product and then, get your fingers bitten or burnt by a poor outcome or poor patronage because you have not done your research properly, okay? So you want to check out and find out if what you're taking over there is quite viable or it is something that people look out for. And it depends on how you want to look at it, okay? So right here, we want to see, now there are quite a lot of features you can make with this. Trends TV, visualizing Google Trends data, and yeah, trending now on where you are, what kind of things you want to look out for, where are you, maybe you want to carry out where you are, or you want to find out where it's trendy, and then you carry your business over there. So a whole lot of analytics for you to play around here with. So you want to take time and understand how these ones work as well. So for me, I want to, let's just see, let's say we're going into the food industry, okay? So I want to look at food industry. Okay, so we have quite a number of topics here already. And so I'll pick that. So there are other specifications we're going to put in place, to narrow down our search and see how it works out for us. So for example, you are in Nigeria. That's where I currently am. And I want to find out what I can sell. So I want to go into the food industry. What part of Nigeria can I make good sales in that? So we have one, it gave me by default, Lagos, okay. This is Lagos, Nigeria. And I want to, now, meanwhile, you can pick your demography, the location you want to. Is it worldwide? You want to find out about the food industry worldwide, Afghanistan, Albania, any country that you so will. All right. So I'll just leave it, and then Nigeria. So you want to see how is the business flowing. So in the past hour, 4 hours ago, 12 months, 5 years, or since 2024 to present, you can customize this range, okay? So if you hit custom, you can actually put your own time range. You can put 5, 10 years and stuff like that. But let's just pick, let me take for the past, 90 days, okay? And then what categories do you want to look at? Now, you can see right here, it gives you an event, how the food business have gone now in Nigeria. Now it picks certain locations. Now in Kaduna, it's a state in Nigeria. We have 100%. The food is booming right there. The food business is booming right there. Enugu, Oyo, by percentage. All right. So right here is showing 1 to 5 of 17 sub-regions. Now, in the map here, you can see them. So you don't have to necessarily open them up here, but you can just point your mouse, hover your mouse over them, and then it will show you, like Kano, we just have 7, Kaduna, like we've seen 100, Nasarawa, Oyo, and all of that. So 96. So the darker the color, the more the percentage, the, patronage and stuff like that. So you can also look at other aspects, food, drinks, computer electronics. And so how do you want to pick your statistics from? Where do you want your information to come from? Is it from web users? Like the information we have here is based on web users, okay? So probably people go online searching for food or ordering for food, and so it can be able to pick up this information from there. So let's see if we can use image search. So the past 90 days in Nigeria, how many people use image search to look for food items? And let's see if we have any statistics. Oops. Sadly, we don't have any information on that. Perhaps we're not very savvy with using that. Let's Google Shop, or let's do YouTube. Let's see YouTube. Oh, we have one right here. So in October, so from August all the way, there's no traffic for people. So we have 100% hit in the food industry in October 13th, 12th, okay, and then yeah, and then November, you know, it keeps going on. So today is 15th, and this is where we are. And so we have it in Lagos, Federal Capital Territory, at Rivers. So these are basically the places that we have people. And yeah, I can attest to that. These are the more commercial business environment whereby you have tourism, okay? Lagos is a tourist center, Abuja, and Rivers, as it were, more international. You have more international appearances and activities going on there because of the oil companies and stuff. So people don't necessarily want to be going out to eat, and then so they'll do their stuff, you know, they kind of check them out online and then make their orders and stuff like that. Yeah, so you can also make comparisons, all right? We have food industry and let's say clothing industry. All right, yeah, so let's put children's clothing. Yeah, so it's going to give you, so any blue line is for food, any red line is for food, and you can add others as well. So let's say cars, all right? Yeah, so cars will give you its own statistics in the yellow. So you want to see how, you know, these ones work. Okay, that's YouTube search. So let's check out news search in these regions now. Oops, wow, very narrow. Okay, so we just have Adamawa, more food, and Abia State, more of cars. Wow, okay. Yeah, so now it depends on how you want to interpret these. Now, in two ways, some may want to look at where you have more traffic. It means that people have interests in these items there. And so you want to go there with your business and invest, okay? Because you see people interact with this information. But the other way others want to look at it is that maybe because there are no much presence of those things in those locations. That's why you do not see much traffic there. So people want to look, okay, let me be the person to break, you know, that frontier, you know, to be the first to launch or to be the major dealer in my kind of business in these locations. So these are two ways you want to look at this, all right? Whichever one works for you, you want to take advantage of that. So you want to look at, I want to be where there are no competitors much in number. So you just look at the activities, but you might need more information, okay? There are quite a lot of things, like when you look at trending now, okay, that will tell you what the people around there seeks the most, because sometimes when that search is quite minimal in a location, it doesn't necessarily mean that there are less providers there. It doesn't mean that there are no interest. It just means that there's no interest of such things in those locations. So you want to put into consideration other forms of information to gather. So there are other tools that will give you other kinds of information, all right, that you may want to work with. And so let's be very attentive to some of these things, like trending now, right? So you may want to look at the location where you want to do it. Are you in Lagos, Abuja, Kaduna, Jos, or whatever? And then you select the time, at what time, okay? What time range do we have some of these things, more prevalent? So we have quite a few things here across the world, actually. And then categories, you want to like search for the category of items, auto vehicles. Okay, let's still stick to our food and drink. Okay, Nigeria, choose my location. Okay, all trends. Yeah, all trends by relevance. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so which are the most relevant things? Trends currently match. Okay, well, I don't know. Okay, let me change food to beauty and fashion and see what happens. Okay, 24 hours. Let me take the past 7 days period. I think that's more accurate. 24 hours, it's just late nights to this time. So it's not a peak hour to be able to pick information for, okay. Okay, let me check recent research. Yeah, Nigeria is still Nigeria. Okay, yeah, Nigeria. Can't I get a state in Nigeria? Let me pick a location. I want to pick Nigeria and Abuja, FCT. Yeah, Federal Capital Territory. Yeah, for the past 7 days. I want to see. Oh wow. You don't have that information. Okay, let me see auto vehicles here. Well, Nigeria, I know there are a whole lot of okay, yeah, so we see the past 7 days we have Kia Telluride SUV. Okay. And so we see a few activities, pages, row. Okay, yeah, let's just leave it like that. Yeah, so these are the few things you can do with Google Trends, okay? And there is so much more. This is just one aspect I'm showing you. When you go home, there's so much more you can do on Google Trends. Like I mentioned earlier, if you come down, there are quite a number of things you can do right here. Try to pick up your demographics, okay? Now, secondly, I wanted to show you something on Facebook. It's more common, and I'm sure most of us have these accounts. And so you want to take advantage of that, not just to post pictures and your birthdays and you at work in the morning, whatever. You want to take advantage and find other things you can do on Facebook. Now, this is my Facebook. Actually, it's my business account. You will want to open your business account on Facebook to have some of these features. And then, so this is LearnCore International, okay? And on LearnCore, okay, so let's go, okay, right here at home. So I just want to show you a few things. Let me look at some of my campaigns. Let me look at this campaign. So I want to see taking demographics on people, all right? This is the training we did the last time, okay? Digital branding and social media marketing, all right? Yeah, so let me click on boosts. So I want to see how the kind of people we want to reach with this product and service. And then I'll show you a couple of things there. All right, so so it brings you to this page, okay? And so here, what is your goal? Now, in the training, in the teaching, and the slides, you're going to see how you can sit down and set up your goal or what you want to achieve, in your campaign, in your marketing, in your business, before you now go online to start putting those things in context, okay? So what result would you like to get from this ad? Now, this one is get more calls. I set it to get more calls, but you can change that when you click the change button. So what do you want? Do you want to get messages? Do you want people to reply you via messages? Do you want to get more website purchases? Perhaps you have an e-commerce site, maybe your website, where you can sell items. People can click and pay and get the items shipped to them directly. If you have that platform set up, you may want to click this. And when you're setting up, it will show you how you're going to integrate your website to the sale that you are making. This is November and it's close to December, where people start making sales, you know, have people come to buy stuff for the holidays that is coming, right? So do you want to get more engagements, show us, people interact, comment, and share? If that is your goal, you want to click on this, and it is customized. It's customized in a way that it will create that lead for you, all right? So get more leads. That is people you can be your potential customers that will, you know, stay with you and continue buying on and on, or get more website visitors. Just want people to visit your website and get more page visits and followers. So if you're more into followership, okay, probably you are an online, what's it called now, influencer. So you just want people to follow you. So the more people you have following you is your business, because others want to pay you so that you can put their ads on your page and the people follow them. So different purposes, all right? So that's how you can set up your goal. Now, okay, so you want to run that ads, you want to put some text here and da. Now that doesn't go with the option I chose. So let's go to, now you see it gave me where I can put a phone number that people can call now. Now get what I said, get more calls, all right? Get more calls, that's what I want. And so it's customized, everything is built in my system that will help me get the calls that I want. All right, so special ad category. Okay, so this is where we're going to, okay? So your audience targeting. So who should see your ad? You want to choose the kind of people. Now, yeah, if you remember in the last training, we were talking about creating that and then later on ending up with your persona, whereby you get demography, you get a kind of people, information about them, and then you create your persona. Now, with that persona, it's going to help you know how to create your marketing content to reach out to the kind of people. Yes, it's there on the slide. And so right here, we have target audience. Okay, what kind of people do you want to reach? Like I already have a target audience, which I designed here. So you choose through targeting, you want to choose through people who follow your profile already, or you want people to follow your profile and get similar requests online, okay? And then here talks about the duration that you have to put, and this is where your cost estimates comes in. So depending on the duration, this is the costs per day, and then when you take it out to depend on okay, so if I want to pay this amount, I'm expected to reach 2.7 thousand to 7.9 thousand accounts every day. Okay, now we're not here yet, but I'm just mentioning, perhaps you may want to understand what this means. So every single day for 7 days, or you want to go less days, I think minimum is 4 days. Yeah, 4 days is the minimum. Ads run for at least 4 days to get better results. Yeah, but your choice anyway. So for this, if you want to reach this number of people or accounts every day, pay this amount and they will work it out for you. They will go out. But our focus here is, which kind of people do you want to reach? Who are the people that you want to reach? So we're coming back here. We're coming back here to audience at target audience. So let me just say create new. I'm just going to have something fictitious. We're not going to launch it anyway. It has already passed. So audience, okay. Well, this is today's dates, and but just for educational purposes. So the gender, what kind of gender do you want to reach? Your products basically male or female products. If they're just basically male, you want to hit this button, because if you don't, this search is going to send it to 7.9 thousand people, male and female. So probably 5,000 may be female, and they may not be your target audience. And so you're going to waste a whole lot of credits on your target audience. But to maximize it, you would want to, make it just male products. If it is for male, okay? If it is for women, you want to stick with women so that all your targets will be hit. Trust me, once you set it on target, any account on Facebook that when they are setting it up, they said their gender is female, it's going to go. If you're a male, you will not see that ad, okay? Yeah, but some put it to all. Perhaps maybe a spouse sees something nice for his wife, he wants to buy it for them. Maybe it's ladies' wares or something like that, maybe lipstick or nails or whatever. He may want to, he knows his wife's tastes or the kind of product she wants. He can maybe want to surprise her. So it's fine, you can do that as well. But if you want to be more specific, then you may want to change it to the gender role, all right? And so we are here with age range, okay? So unfortunately, it doesn't reach anyone above 65. I don't know why, but you can change the age here. So if your target is, you want people from 26 years, now the list is 18 years, okay? You have to be an adult responsible to make such kinds of decisions. So your product is from 18 years of age. Maybe you want to start from 25 and you want to stop at 50. Yeah. So whatever product it is, these are the ranges. So you can choose. So anyone that is registered on Facebook and they put their ages from between 25 and 50, these messages, these are the only people it's going to reach. It's not going to go to everybody. So if two of us are friends and I am 24 and you are 25, you are going to see this advert, but I am not going to be able to see it because it is not within my demographic age, all right? Yeah, so now talking about locations, you can type and add more locations to the list, all right? But if you want, now this is Nigeria. That's why we have Nigeria here. I can add, this is Tamale. You can put a drop in the location and you can, let me see, Togo. So you can have Togo, the country, as you can pick a city where you want. Maybe you are a missionary, you want to go for a mission campaign over there. And so you can pick the city you're going for and then put your flyer and everything and then hit it right here. Let's say we are going to, oh no, this is US. Okay, so I can click on this and it points right there. And so my missions flyer and campaign, everything, all the people in that region are going to see my campaign. All right, so I can zoom in and out and all of that. Okay, yeah, so that's how you go about location. So even in Nigeria, like I showed us, you can choose location. I can type in Kano, Abuja, Lagos, or wherever. Or sometimes you can even pick the whole country. So when you pick Nigeria and you hit it, it takes the whole nation. So everyone in Nigeria will see that. Now, there are other kinds of targeting. It's called detailed targeting, where you want some level of specificity, okay? So you want to click on browse, and it brings us to this, environment in our ads manager. So under demographics, it looks at the education. What level of education of people do you want to encounter this? Is it high school? Or maybe you can choose the specific school and then the field of study, just medical science students or geographers or accountants and stuff like that. you may want to do that, okay? And so that's for, or you want the level associate degree, college grad, doctorate, in grad, blah, blah, every one of them right here. It's up to you to choose, the kind of people you want to have, you want to reach out to, okay? Now, that's just one. That's education. There's financial, the financial level. How do you want it to be? Income, and all of that. Okay. Life events, parents, relationship, and all of these things. Work, it could be industry or employers, or you can put job titles here, and it will still give that for you. Now, another part is interests, okay? Business and industry, entertainment, family, relationship, fitness, leisure, and all of these things. So you can just click down and then choose what kind of demography you want to reach out to, the kind of people. Maybe you're just selling juices, and so based on behaviors, okay? So anniversaries, behavior mobile users. Maybe you want to use those using only Android or Apple. Maybe your product is purely Apple product. Maybe you're selling Apple screen savers or the packs, protective packs or chargers. I don't know. Yeah, you could choose any of those operating systems that you're working with. All right, digital activities. Is it new active businesses within the 12 months, 24, 6 months, shop administrators? What kind of people do you want to reach at? All right, that uses this thing. So these are some specific and detailed targeting that you can work with. All right. And so when you put these things, it's going to pull them out and, show you on your Facebook. Yeah, it will give you all of these details. Now, there are other aspects whereby you will see, the kind of interaction. Let me see professional dashboard, how people interact when you reach out. Now, this is not a one-off thing, okay? When you send this thing, you're going to see the interaction, how people interact with your materials, and then you'll be able to understand, what kind of people you are dealing with. Now, these are some insights, okay? Like just the ad that I put, this one right here, okay? And so I'll be able to see, oh, okay, I have this kind of, and then when you set up that demography, it's going to show you the kind of people we have for this one, 39 views and stuff like that. And then how do people react? What do they comment? Are they interested? Are they not interested? Blah, blah, blah. Any comment, any calls, any activity or whatsoever. You're going to get some of these things. And the information you get from here is what you're going to use to impute and create your persona. Okay? So let's go back to, I'm going to stop sharing this now and start sharing our slide once again. So you're going to go back to your persona. So we just checked out Google Trends and Facebook Audience Insight, okay, to see how we can gather information for the kind of business we're going into. And so after that, you're going to create your customer personas. Now, customer personas are fictional, but research-based profiles that represent your ideal customers. They help you humanize and visualize your audiences when developing branding strategies. Yeah, so like I rightly said in the from a video, gathering the information, you're just going to create a fictitious personality. And with the information you give it, it's going to design the best approach, how you brand your product and the method and the style you need to use in reaching out to these people. Okay, and that's how it works. All right, so for example, when you get to creating the persona, my name is Ada, 29 years old, from Lagos, Nigeria, into digital marketer and online business group, blah, 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 challenges. You get to see what the don't have, or what they have, or how they are able to communicate with the outside world through the internet, via Instagram, WhatsApp, or YouTube. Yeah, so these are some things that the persona is going to help you. And so when you build this persona, okay, now you're going to use tools that was going to design this business plan and process for you. We have one, Extensio and HubSpot. We're going to look at both of these, and see how you can, after gathering information about where you want to do your business, perhaps let's say you've made up your mind. Now let's go to where you can build your business plan and reach out to these people. So I'm going to go back to my web page, and then let's see how we are going to do that. Okay, so all right, so when you go to Google, you want to type in Extensio Persona. All right, so Extensio is the tool, and we want to do Extensio Persona. Now you're going to see quite a number of links talking about that. Just ignore it. This is what you are after, Extensio. This is it. So we're going to click on Extensio Persona right now. Now this is what it looks like. Okay, so you can see the number of users. So this very template was used by this number of people. Over 63,000 people have been able to use it, or should I say 634,000 times used. So maybe a single person must have used it several times, but it should tell you that it's quite useful. All right. Now there are different other personas for different purposes. Software developers. So maybe you want to reach out to software developers, people, and all of that. This persona will help you develop, that kind of business strategy. Travel persona, millennial persona. We're talking about the Gen Zs and all of that. We have interior designers, persona, Viva, blah, blah, blah. So there's a whole lot, okay, you can do on persona and using Extensio to create these personas, all right? Now, we're not going to go detail into these things, but let me take you through this first one so that you can have an idea. You will need to create an account with them. I'm using my LearnCore account, the company account. And then let's see how that works out for us. All right, so now if you want to have in-depth detail, okay. Okay, I think it's looking for update from creating my template space. Okay, let me see. LearnCore. Okay, yeah. LearnCore.extensio.com. All right, so here we are. So what would you like Extensio for? So let me just say business, that's what we're doing. Now it's going to take you through a whole series of questions. Now these questions are what is going to use to build your persona and then give you the strategy for which you want to launch out your campaign, all right? So what kind of organization? Let me say, okay. All right, let me just say startup, yeah. What is your role? I am the media and marketing, okay. Yeah, so let me just use the marketing. How big is the organization? How many people launch it for this? Okay, so I'll just put to 10. Depending on the number of people that logged in for the training. All right, so it says welcome to Extensio. You want to take a tour, but let me skip that for now. But when you are creating your account, you may want to go through that, okay? So you want AI to create one for you. You can use prompt, All right. Those of you that were part of our AI revolution training and then AI optimization training, you may, if you have been through that, this will not be a problem for you. You will just want to go ahead and use prompts to build your persona. But if you have not, I will encourage you to go to our website, okay, LearnCore on YouTube, and then look at those videos. It's going to teach you a whole lot of things right there. Okay, so we'll just want to use this AI, okay? This is great with AI. Let's take a preview. All right, so this is it. And use user persona name. It has up to 4 traits, goals, a task that needs to be completed, a life goal, and all that. In motivation and frustrations, age ranges, bios. So these are the things that it's going to carry you through. I will not be able to go through all this with you right now. This is explicitly for our master class, okay? Now we're going to have a master class that is going to take you detailed. You're going to create your own account, and then you're going to be following through, and then you see how you set it up, and then begin to run your campaign. So we're going to place this now, and then for those who are ready, maybe if you're not ready, you have some time to get yourself ready, create your email accounts and everything. And then when you're ready, then we're going to start going through the process. But you can on your own, okay, go through this and master it and know how it works. You can actually take time, study how it goes, and then, start, creating your own, persona, and then to give you all the strategies you need. So you may want to also choose a template to get started. Okay, are we choosing any? Yeah, so to give you the different kind of templates. So we have marketing, sales, business, strategy, reporting, blah, 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 UXI. Everything is there, all right? So you choose one. We're dealing with marketing, search engine optimization, checklists, marketing plan. Everything is right here for you. Okay, yeah. So the next steps actually is our master class. All right. So when that is set up, we'll let you know about that. Okay. But like I rightly said, trust me, if you can just take some time here, you will know exactly what to do. All right. So I'll stop sharing here. Let's go back to our slide and then continue from there. So yeah, so this is it. So you use some of these tools. Okay, we have HubSpot as well. Okay, let me just show some of the features on HubSpot as well. Let me stop sharing this. I totally forgot. Let me show you HubSpot. Yeah, so okay. Okay, this is, thought I brought out HubSpot. Yeah, this is HubSpot. Yeah, so this is my HubSpot account. Okay, so there's a whole lot you can do here also. And you can do your marketing. Okay, I think this was supposed to come, for the next, but yeah, you can create your persona here too. Right? You can create your personas right here. But what we use HubSpot for this in this training is basically for making our adverts, okay? Whereby HubSpot become a one-stop shop for you. You don't have to jump from one app to the other like we see here. We see Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn all in one account. So whatever you design and put up here, it will send all the information. I mean, it's not one publication, okay? It's not just one ad that replicates all over. No, in the training, we're going to see how it's not professional to use the same kind of information you have on Instagram or TikTok on your LinkedIn account. Now, LinkedIn is designed for a certain kind of business, right? Whereby you educate, you enlighten, and the kind of people that are found around there are not entertainers. They are not comedians. They are not, people just come put up pictures or have fun video or their expeditions. Oh no, these are business-minded people. These are conglomerates from all across the world. And so the kind of content you're going to put in there is rather informative or educative, and then presenting your solution to the issues or the problems of the world, and you have people want to patronize you. So the content is very different for what you're going to be putting on Instagram. Instagram, you're going to be having some maybe short reels, right? Very short videos talking about what you do, and sometimes it can be entertaining. Maybe background on how you've started, or behind the cameras of what you're doing to put your stuff to the public, or simple processes of how you carry out your things. Yeah, so your business rather. So they're quite different, all right? Facebook and all of that. So you want to put that. So when you come to HubSpot, it's going to generate most of this content. When they just have, this is your product, it's going to help you generate most of this content based on their characteristics, right? And then post them for you. You can choose the day and time you should post. You can put it on Monday, and LinkedIn should be on Monday by 8:30 or 9 or 10 a.m. Instagram should post by 3 p.m. or maybe 1:32. Maybe people going on break, they will just want to scroll through their phone, or in the evening when they just relax at home and trying to catch up time or get a breather, stuff like that. So that's what it does. So it takes this thing and broadcast it for you at the same time. So right here, you can sit here, so you don't have to keep flipping. Let me go to open my Instagram app. Let me open my Twitter or X app. Let me open my LinkedIn app. No, right here on one dashboard, you will see everything and you will respond to everything. It makes it so easy. And you're going to see statistics, how many people viewed, what is the interaction rate, are there any sign-ons, or are there any messages for me to respond on them? And it will give you all of these statistics real time in one tool, all right? So that's what HubSpot does for you. Now, there are quite a few features here that are free, okay? But however, to get the full functionality, you may want to buy, like Marketing Hub Professional. Now, there's a whole lot. What I'm telling you right now is just a scratch of the surface of what you can do on HubSpot, all right? So if you want to look it up and see the potentials, like for me, I have a 14-day free trial period, okay? Yeah, but if I want to pay, it may cost me quite a bit. But trust me, what it will cost me here is going to be way, 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 way much cheaper than when you want to carry out marketing across the globe at an international level. Yeah, so it's still, as much as it looks, we have $800 for, okay, yeah. So, and then we have for enterprise, $3,600 per month. Trust me, if you are that professional, you are going to get value for your money. All right. So it does marketing, organized teams, multi-touch revenue attribution, a whole lot of things that I don't even know what they mean right now. It goes a long way. It has so much to offer. I don't know if there's anyone that can take advantage of every one of this at the same time. So you just look at where it works out for you, and then you want to take advantage of. Yeah, so that's HubSpot for you. And then the And here you can see your contacts. You can synchronize your contacts here, the companies, the deals. If you come back to advertising, marketing, you can help people campaign, emails, socials, ads, events. You know, let's look at socials. That's what we're talking about here. Perhaps we get a few things. And okay, oh yeah, okay, brings us back to where we started from. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So emails. We've not talked about email marketing. Email marketing is one powerful marketing process that we need to explore. We have not done its training. Perhaps we might do it sometime next year, but it's very, very powerful. Okay, most people don't take advantage of that, but email marketing has a great impact in the online and digital marketing space. All right. Yeah, so I think, okay, so let's go back to our slide right now. Let's see where we are at. Okay. Let me share my screen. All right. Yeah, here we are. So just what I explained to us, we looked at Extensio and HubSpot. Yeah, so listening tools, all right? So listening tools, I mentioned some of them here, which you can do on Extensio, on HubSpot already. It gathers information, all right? So when you see it, it tells you what people interact with more. So you have your products online. You may have 10 products online, and then you see that more people interacted with a certain kind of your products, and not just the product, on a certain kind of media. So you may put it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok, and X, which is formerly Twitter. And you see that more interactions are on Facebook and Instagram, for instance. And then you know that is a lead for you. You have more. So maybe you do it a couple of times, and then you see more interactions, more engagement, more deal closing on that area. So you may want to focus on that. Trust me, don't feel bad that you are missing out on LinkedIn, because the world conglomerates are on LinkedIn, and then you want to insist. No, you may keep your presence still up there, but focus more of your attention where you have more of the leads. All right. And then we say you have 10 brands online, and then you have people relate with just 3 of them more. Okay. So once in a while, they get to touch the other parts. So you may want to focus on these other parts and give it more attention and build it. That may be your trademark in the global space. So one day, there are people like someone like Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook was not the first software or program he started, putting out there. He did quite a lot of other he put this online, it went, it dropped, he did this, did that, quite a number of them. And when Facebook came, people just embraced it, and it exploded in weeks on campus, and in months, it became a global product. So he dropped every other thing. We don't know Mark Zuckerberg with any other thing now, rather than, of course, he's building up on Facebook now, coming up with Meta, and then VR, virtual reality, and, other mobile technology that is going on now. So that is how to find your niche. So you need listening tools to be able to find out. So when you put up a post, and like on my Facebook page, I have some posts that I put up that there were very little interactions, and then some I saw more reactions. So it tells me that, oh, people are more interested on cybersecurity trainings than on marketing trainings. Or people are more interested in AI than on this other kind of training. So with that, I will now look at what to focus and build more on. And that is what these listening tools do for you. So I showed us in our demographics based on interest and groups, education, business, and all of that. Yeah, so these are the places you go, and then it will show you analysis graphically, and of course, with figures, so you can see the statistics and then know how to invest more. All right, so we've seen all of these things. And okay, so let me just, so by the time you see those reactions, so when you go to your Facebook and then you see reactions, or on your LinkedIn, you see people's interests. So what that does is it helps you engage. So one of the two skills you need is engagement tactics. All right, so how to engage your clients, people that just look through. There are some people, they will just look through, they may just like it or comment and pass. And if you do nothing about it at that moment, you just lost that client and they're not going to do anything about it, and that's it. So what you do is when you look at those personas, okay, personalized content, I beg your pardon, and you see their reactions. So you can go on, look at the people, their profile, and then immediately you create a message. Now, I have gone to sites, I did not click anything, but suddenly I begin to receive messages from them. You know, I did not click, I did not sign up, I didn't do anything. By virtue of going in, I clicked on some policy that said accept the policy. I never read it. And so perhaps somewhere there's a clause in between that says that we'll receive emails from you. Yeah, so that happens too. So I would rather, you know, I would click OK, accept, and then so before you know, you start receiving emails address. So for you, when you see that interaction, what you want to do is you get the person's contacts. If they are on Facebook, you may want to write them on Facebook. If you open the place whereby they may need to, you can send them email, so they have to put in their email. So you use the email and send them a simple message like this. Remember, our persona is based on Ada's profile. So you can say, hi Ada, since you viewed our social media marketing course, here's a 10% discount for early access. So in case that person just liked it, but they wouldn't want to go for it because they checked out the cost and it's not something within their reach. By reading this, they could like, oh, okay, I can really get a 10% discount. And they may calculate and like, oh, it's a little bit. And then maybe they may respond. But if they don't, you may want to go further. Or you can tell them, okay, there is a scholarship, or there is a discount, or there is installment payment for this item. Trust me, by so doing, you can get a lead right there, and then you can, you know, have a sale. So that's one important thing, that you want to use some of these statistics that you see on your business profile. Trust me, TikTok, Instagram, they have business accounts. There's the regular one for people to go catch fun and all of that, but there's the business part of it, whereby you can get paid for your interaction there, or you can pay to sell or to get leads online there. All right. Yeah, so okay, talking about Facebook ads, email marketing tools, you can have MailChimp and ConvertKit. These are all the practical aspects of this are going to come with our, you know, the advanced class. Okay. Yeah, so all right, so next I just want to show us how to create your brand identity. Now, you know, we just talked about how to get all these leads and all of that, but you have to have a brand. Most people have their business card, their letterheads, their logos, right? And their business name. You know, I talked about it in our last training, but how do you do that? Now, there are tools that can help you do that. Now, you can get that in a conventional way. You can get an artist or graphic designer, and then you tell them of something in your mind. They try to create it out, you know, but you can achieve this and even much more better in just a few minutes, all right? And you can have a variety of options, you know, at your disposal. Now we're going to look at a tool here called Looker, right? Talked about it the last time, and then how you can get your logo, your name, a whole lot of things. You can even start and finish everything on that tool. All right, so let's take a look at that. Let me stop sharing this and share my web page, and let's see how that comes out. Okay, so Okay, so let's look at Looker. This is Looker. Yeah, you use Looker for your designing your online presence, basically. Yeah, so you can design your logo. So maybe you don't have a logo, you don't have so many things. Right here, you can get started and you have a fantastic, brand name. So let me use LearnCore International as a name to start with. Okay. Oh, why? Why not in my location? I used this tool before. Oh, why? I don't know why they suddenly say it's not in my location, but I have used Looker before to build a logo, company name, and business details and stuff like that. And it worked up. Whoa, what is, oh, they changed preferences or something. Oh dear. Okay. Unfortunately, seems Looker has banned our region from using this service. Okay, so let me use Wix logo maker. I hope we are not banned from using YouTube. Okay, so let me use something. Yeah. Let me see. That's strange. Wix. All right, let's try Wix and see. I hope we are not banned from Wix too. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is how Wix looks like. Okay. And it tells you how to get your logo and brand and then download it and make use of it. So let's log in. All right, so oh, okay, just holding on so it can load up. Okay, well, before it loads up, just want to say that there are quite a number of these tools out there online, okay? You can just go type in on your browser logo, free logo maker. Some of them are free, some are paid. Well, of course, the one that are paid will give you more features of what you can do. All right. And then you can take advantage of that and learn from there. Now, start from there. Now, I would advise you as a startup, don't start with high paid, tools that if you can afford it, fine. But it's best you start from the free ones and then test and see your ability. As you grow, you can begin to customize and change until you find yourself, until you find your niche, until you find your identity, okay, your trademark in that industry. Then you can begin to go big, begin to expand, begin to take it to the next territory, because up there are no fishes, they're just sharks on that level. All right, so you don't want to go out there and then they just ruin your own business in its totality. So when you grow enough muscle to be able to compete with some of these big guys up there, right? So you just want to take time and grow, learn. I mean, there are a whole lot of mistakes. Sometimes we need to change your company logo and name a couple of times until when you are more settled, right? And then you have, I mean, I see companies right now that their logo is not what they started with. Which one can I have at the top of my, even Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has changed their logo and brand, you know, not just talking about the colors right now, but even the names, right? It changed, you know, which other one? Yeah, you know, quite a number of them. So with time, they get to change. As a matter of fact, some change their name entirely. The names you know them with are no longer the brand names that they have anymore because they are migrated from what they are focused and based on to something entirely, you know, different. Just finding their needs, just finding out what works for them the best. Okay. Yeah. So let me see. She's still rolling. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just hanging a little bit for it. And then go on to the slide. When it's totally done, then we can still go back and check it out. So one of the things you want to pay attention to is consistency in your marketing, right? So ensure that there's a uniform presentation across all your platforms. What you see on Facebook should not be different from what you see on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube. No, it should be consistent. If you do not maintain consistency, it will flag you as a fraud, all right? You know, most fraud people are not, that's not their business, so they make a whole lot of mistakes. They just come there to defraud one or two people and then get out. And so they won't pay attention to details. And that is why you need tools like HubSpot so that it can maintain and sustain that consistency across board, all right? So you want to use tools that could schedule most of your tools like Buffer, the Hootsuite, or later, all right? This helps, you know, in maintaining the colors. The logo, it should be the same colors. The text font type, it should be the same, you know, and even your products. The products you see on YouTube should be the same products you see on Facebook, and the cost, the pricing you see on Facebook should be the same pricing you see across board. All right. So when there is an inconsistency, people tend to back off. Like Dropbox now, this is their logo. It's minimalist. And anywhere you go, this is what you're going to see. Once you just see this, you know this is Dropbox. You don't have to think twice. You don't have to ask questions. You don't have to read other further information to know whether this is Dropbox or not. All right. Yeah. So very, very helpful. And you may want to minimize too much information. Some people just have so much information. When you stare at their logo, you don't know what to start reading. It shouldn't be like that. Yeah, it should be, you know, you carry the basic information, further information. People, when they log in, they're going to have some of those information. All right. So I'll stop this video here. There's so much we need to, if you can look at this scroll bar, there's a whole lot we have not talked about. And so I'm going to make up that video also and then put it up for you. Now, basically, it's more on scheduling, right? And right here, developing a content strategy. You know, so we're going into the content now, and then how do we create our strategy? How do we strategize? What do we build? What do we put where? What tools should we use that will help us do this and that? So that's what we're going to pick up, all right? But on a conclusion today is a compelling brand identity helps you communicate who you are, what you stand for, and why people should care by combining powerful visual elements, a clear verbal message, and consistent delivery. You build not just recognition, but trust and loyalty in the minds of your target audience. So when they look at your product, what comes to their mind? Yeah. So that's what you want to do, right? Like I told you, it's a building process and it takes time. All right. Let me see. I really, ouch. This week's is not still coming through. It's still rolling and rolling and rolling, unfortunately. I would really, really have loved us to go through, you know, the logo and the brand creation too. That is very, very important. You know, I've used Looker before, but I don't know why they banned this region. But I'll find a way. If I can go around it, I'll still make the video and post, because that's a very fundamental part of this training. Okay. And I really love that it helps you start off. It's very, very fantastic. It gives you an edge of moving with the best tools you have in mind, except maybe you want to go granular with the specific kind of designs you want, maybe something identify with your own culture that has a specific kind of design image and stuff like that that you want it. Then you can use tools like Canva, which you can have a free will of, you know, designing exactly what you have that is not in the public space out there. All right. Yeah. So having said that, I will end this training today. And then I hope that what we've learned today has been informative. And I appreciate every one of you for watching this video. What you do is you click like, subscribe, and then share, and also comment. Let me hear your comments. What do you think about what we've learned today? It could be a question, it could be a, you know, something that opened your eye and stuff like that. And some of your comments can trigger the next things we want to start learning also in our next video. So probably before the next video, when I see all your comments and contributions, I'll know what to add, you know, to make it more resourceful for you as you build your online presence and, you know, in the digital space out there, okay? And as you brand yourself, you can have the best kind of brands out there. People are going to patronize you, and then you're going to have, you know, a good sale out there. All right. Thank you very much. And until then, have a wonderful day.